Hello y'all. This video is going to be part 1 for my Italy playthrough in the video game Hearts of Iron 4. We're going to start in the year 1936. Italy is led by Benito Mussolini. Its ruling ideology is fascist, and its brief history section goes like this. With the rise of fascism, Italy has entered a new glorious era. Its forces are currently in the process of adding Ethiopia to the growing Italian colonial empire. But Mussolini's ambitions do not stop there. Dominion over the Mediterranean has always been Italy's destiny, and a new order of things is taking shape in Europe. When the tidal wave of change arrives, Italy must find a place at its crest or risk being swept away. Starting out, we have the national spirits, Victor Emmanuel III, Vittoria Mutilata, mutilated victory, because we have this national spirit because Italy did not like how World War I went for them as a people, I guess. We didn't get the war gains. The Italians didn't get the war gains they deserved, I think. And we had the national spirit, the London Naval Treaty signatory, and that's all of our national spirits. Our army consists of 39 divisions in the army, 16 fleets in the navy. We do have the RN Caio Duilio as the pride of the fleet. I think it's a battleship. And we have a relatively large air force. We are a major power. And at the moment, we are in a war in Ethiopia, the second Italo-Ethiopian War. And the first one was lost by Italy, because I think they underestimated the Ethiopians. They got pretty humiliated in that war. And our goal here is to win, so let's get Giovanni Missi and put him here. Assign his troops. Let's have his units have an aggressive attack plan. In a second, let's get these troops down here. We have colonial divisions in this war. We're going to need to call in more troops. Probably get the whole Italian army shipped down to Ethiopia in a little bit. We're tagging from Eritrea and from what is Italian Somaliland. Get these units down here moved. Get down there, please. There we go. 16 divisions there now. Let's set up some offensive lines. There we go. Set up some offensive lines here, and that will be good to go. And we're going to just ship our entire military down here, despite the fact I'm pretty sure that's going to cause a huge supply ruckus, but it's whatever. We need to win the war. We just need to win. So get these divisions here that are on the border with France, move down to fight in the war, and these divisions in Sicily that are just hanging out. And in real life, the Italian-Ethiopian War, the second Italo-Ethiopian War, didn't take long for Italy to win, but it was a pretty brutal war. Both sides did some pretty bad things, I guess. And, for example, the Italians used biological warfare, and on the other hand, the Ethiopians used what they call dum-dum bullets, which are banned by... They were banned. They're expanding bullets. You get shot by one, and they expand the diameter, so it makes wounds pretty bad from bullets. And we have research slots available. Let's get support weapons. We have modern infantry weapons at this time. We're going to get basic machine tools, construction 1, and let's research close air. No, we already have close air support. Let's get interwar artillery, so that's going to be good there. Our current main division template for the bulk of our army, for the bulk of our infantry divisions, is currently 6 infantry battalions, and they have an engineer company as support. Yeah, in their support section. And let's send down our soldiers. They're going to be down there. Let's have aggressive planning here, aggressive operations, aggressive battle plans. That's done. We should probably assign these two generals to a field marshal. Let's have Rodolfo Graziani. I think that guy was nicknamed the Butcher. Very interesting Italian commander during World War II. And we have free civilian factories. Let's make a few of those and make more civilian factories. Need at least 15. 15 would be nice. Make some in the Italian peninsula. And we have free military factories. Let's put them on guns, support equipment, and a little bit on close air support. And we should probably make at least one on fighters so we can have support for our close air support in the war. And we have CR-42, CR-32 interwar fighters. Let's do CR-42. It's the same production cost as the CR-32, I think. Yeah, even though I think it's supposed to be better. And we have our national focus not set. And the Italian focus tree as recording has not changed since Hearts of Iron 4 came out in 2016. Here's the Yugoslavia focus tree by comparison. And here is the Spanish focus tree. So, I just want to say you can tell the big difference there. Just waiting for a DLC, isn't it? Italy is going to get a DLC eventually, just waiting for a reworked focus tree. But anyway, let's do it. Ethiopian War Logistics. We'll get infrastructure in Eritrea and Somaliland, which we are attacking from, into Ethiopia. No divisions in basic training. Let's get a few Division de Frontera recruited, well, trained. There are basic infantry. And let's move our air wings down to Ethiopia, except for the naval bombers. They don't really have much use. I don't think Ethiopia has a navy. But let's bomb everything here. Bring in close air support. They'll do close air support, and we'll have fighters, just in case Italy fields any planes. And we'll make sure to overwhelm the foe there. And let's get these units here to be moved. We're going to move down to Ethiopia. There we are, have them move into Somaliland, operate out of that airfield. Okay, so also on top of the Air Force, let's deploy these guys there for now. In the Mediterranean Naval Strike, they're not going to be doing much of anything, but they'll be available just in case something happens. Let's actually, move these guys here too. These two Stormos, 1st and 2nd Stormo, our squadrons, move them down in Eritrea, do air superiority, close air support. And we have a massive navy, as the Italians. They were pretty good navy at this time in the interwar era. And we have more fleets than we have naval commanders starting off. So we're probably going to merge all these navies, all these fleets together into one massive stack of ships. And where's the first one at? Let's send them all to Calabria in southern Italy and Taranto. And where are they at? Come on, we need all of you here. Get all of you involved. Everyone get down to the southern part of Italy and merge into one massive fleet, and we'll split them off as needed. There we go. All those naval squadrons are being moved off to the southern part of Italy. And now let's unpause. Well, actually, we've got insufficient resources. Let's trade with the Dutch East Indies. Some rubber from them and get a little bit of chromium from Turkey. And we're going to use up a few civilian factories for that, but it's whatever. And our units currently have to assemble in, well, we could go on the attack. Let's just attack and wait for these troops to arrive just to keep the Ethiopians occupied. And here comes our troops in the north. They're pushing out Eritrea, and those planes will arrive very soon, and so will all of our divisions push in Somalia, so we don't lose ground there. We just need to buy time for the rest of the Italian military to arrive. Where are these divisions? Oh, they're not doing anything. We have 2 air squadrons that weren't being active. Now they are. And we have 336 close air support missions, well, 336 planes assigned to close air support mission, and 300 doing air superiority. We have 336 close air support planes and 300 fighters, essentially. And there goes some British and French divisions traveling through the Red Sea there, and they're just passing through. Our units are really smashing into the Ethiopian defenses here. We're getting close to Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia, and the Ethiopians are really losing hard at this time. We're pushing as hard as we can. And once we win this war, what can we do? Actually, no, I'm going to do some little sneaky. And let's justify on Saudi Arabia. No, we don't have no political power for that. What am I doing? No political power. We need missing equipment production. What needs to be produced? What do we need? We need artillery. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's take a couple factories off of that and put them all. Take a few factories off of the infantry equipment, put it on artillery, and that's going to be done. And now we unpause once more, and let's win this war by February, I hope, if we can just push out the Ethiopian defenders in their city, their capital. But we are going to justify in Saudi Arabia. Our plan there, our strategy is going to be to take their port in Hejaz, then move into the desert, and then we'll make them our puppet. Then we're going to invade Iraq, if all goes well, and we're just going to stress out the British. I'm not playing this on historical mode or anything, so if anything wacky happens outside of us doing what we're doing, okay, there goes Ethiopia. Let's annex them. That's going to be added to the empire. And that's done. Let's take all of our divisions. Well, let's not take all of them. Let's set up some divisions here. Take these guys. And actually, take one division here. Put a tank division there. And move them to the port of Eritrea. What is this? Asmara. They're going to go there. Italian Eritrea. Send these units back home, though. They don't probably need to be down here. Supply will be bad when we invade Saudi Arabia anyway. More than likely, just watch the French border. Maybe do some training with them. I don't know. But these guys are going to form a fallback line. And Asmarza in our Italian Eritrea. And we're going to set up a large naval invasion to be prepared for an attack into Somalia. How many are selected? Into Saudi Arabia. And let's group them up. Get a naval invasion order set up. And there we go. Let's also move the Navy down here. Do we select them? Yeah, there we go. And we need to get a trade for a unit leader. Trade for Rodolfo Granzani. Let's give him organization first. He's going to give us a higher reinforce rate now. And our units got to get all set up. Let's move those units there. How's our Navy doing? They should all merge together now. Join up. Okay, there we are. They're all there. Now let's merge them all together. We need one commander now. That's done. Let's move them down to the Red Sea, and they're going to support any naval invasion we will carry out against Saudi Arabia. We have 2 battleships there, 2 prides of the fleet, I think. Is that how that works? Is it how it works? I guess it is. So we have the battleship Cariaduo, Andriadora, Zara, Gorizia, Fiume, San Giorgio, Trieste, and we have all these, well, those are cruisers, but they're available, and we just have the gigantic Italian Navy all the way down here in the Red Sea, and they're just going to hang out until the war with Saudi Arabia begins. And let's justify on them, justify on Hejaz, and that'll be a few days. We don't have to worry about any kind of world tension preventing us from doing anything just yet. And the Italians at some point, well, we're going to have to address the fact when the remilitarization of the Rhineland has taken place, and the Turks have remilitarized the Turkish Straits. And so the Germans are trying to get more rearmed, it seems. And they're eventually going to have to, triumph in Africa, we're going to do that. They're eventually going to try to annex Austria with the Anschluss. And we are going to do Pact of Steel. We're going to play in historical mode here, basically, for Italy. But right now, well, it's not going to be very historical when the Italians invade Saudi Arabia, but whatever. We're eventually going to do this. We're just going to do this so when we inevitably fight the French and the British, well, we may. Well, I'm expecting to fight them anyway. We're going to try and stress them out in the Middle East by having Saudi Arabia and Iraq as our puppets. And these units are here. How much days until they're ready for the naval invasion? 70 days? That's not too bad. Let's just have the Navy not do anything until it's time for war. And what's this about? Decisions. Second London Naval Conference. Let's abandon the naval treaties. Not really doing us much good anyway. So we've abandoned that. We're no longer a London Naval Treaty signatory. It's cool though. And how are these units doing here? We're training them. Do we need any more colonial divisions? Maybe. There are a few of them. They'll watch Africa if we ever go to war with a major power. They'll at least be down there to protect those regions. We could just give up Ethiopia. I don't know. Any front would be ideal to hold back the enemy. As long as we can overstretch the enemy, that's part of our plan. If we ever go to war with the Allies, at least the British, because the British are going to be extremely powerful. And what are they doing? I don't know what they're doing, but their focus is. Neither do I know what the French are doing. Germany is, what are they doing? They're improving relationships. They're improving relations with Sweden. Okay, and so we have Modify Officer Corps, get Army Command, Chief of the Army. Army Defense, no. We're not going to do that. We want Army Maneuver. And let's get Second London Naval Treaty signed. We're not going to be part of that. Let's get a Military High Command. Mario Rota, whatever. He's an Army Regrouping Specialist. We'll get Army Experience plus 0.6 daily and a higher division recovery rate by having him be a Military High Command, so that's done. And how much longer till we got to wait to invade Saudi Arabia? And we got to wait till 20th October of 1936. Alright then, we have a few new divisions ready. They're going to go join the troops, the army that's bordering France, the 2nd Army, get more divisions deployed. We have a lot of manpower we got to use up. We have some occupation that's been an issue, but it's cool, we'll deal with it. May need to research armored cars, that could be a good idea. Triumph in Africa is done. Let's do claims on... Actually, no, let's wait to do claims on Yugoslavia. We're going to do industrial effort. If we want to do claims on Yugoslavia, we will get claims on Slovenia and Dalmatia, but we will raise the world tension. And when you get to like 20 world tension, I think, or 25% world tension, the Allies, democratic nations like France and the United Kingdom at this time, they're democratic for now, they will start guaranteeing countries. So as long as we can keep the world tension as low as possible while we're trying to expand, that will benefit us, the Italians. We have a lot of technology that just finished researching there. Let's get, what can we get? Let's get concentrated industry and get electronic mechanical engineering. What else? Let's get fighter. 1936 era fighter, so we can get out of the biplane phase of using what our Air Force is using. Even though the CR-32 and the CR-42, if I recall, are pretty good planes, pretty good biplanes. They were used in the Spanish Civil War and in the early days of World War II. So we have our army being assembled. Well, they're already assembled. We have one whole army meant to invade Saudi Arabia. We're going to have some tanks and everything else involved, some tankettes, which is the pinnacle of armored warfare. Don't question me on that. Military High Command, anti-submarine specialist. No, no, no. Let's just wait. Can we get a Army Doctrine? We started off with Grand Battle Plan, which honestly, as far as Army Doctrines go in Hearts of Iron 4, I say Grand Battle Plan is all about planning, and it's all about being more defensive. I think so, anyway. And we have, okay, Benito Mussolini speaks against Saudi Arabia, and we have, it's June. We have to wait till October when the war will officially begin. Can we start? Let's wait to start justifying Iraq. We're going to have to wait until the war begins in 26th of October, late October 1936. And let's avoid having a military high command for now. Can we change our laws at all? I don't know. Can we get a chief of the Air Force? No. No, no, no. Get a decisive battle specialist for the Navy, though. We'll do that. What is the Navy doing? What are they building? They're building... We have dockyards. What are they constructing? Let me check. Producing... Okay, they're producing some cruisers, heavy hull. Okay, they're like battleships, I think. Or at least, yeah, they're producing something. These will be ready by 1939, 1940. Okay, we may need more naval dockyards, possibly. So we have 24... Okay, no. Nationalist Spain declared war on Spain, and that's going on in Iberia. Let's send these units to Africa. They'll watch the border with what would be modern-day, well, Tunisia as a recording. And at the time, it was part of the French colonial empire excavation. Let's get that technology started. And Spain is fighting Spain on Spain violence. And can we support the Spanish nationalist Spain? We will do that. Start Lend-Lease. We'll give them some guns, some Carcano M38s, even though we're probably going to need those guns to train our own units. Let's give them about 3,000 a month. That's better than nothing, frankly. We're not going to send them volunteers. We will give them guns, though. They'll probably get volunteers from the Germans, who will be sending in what is essentially the Condor Legion. And we'll see what happens in Spain. We'll keep an eye on that, even though our goal for right now is for ourselves is to march navally invade Hejaz and get to Jeddah. The Barmotian Kingdom of Poland crowns a king. Okay, so that's from No Step Back, isn't it? Yeah, No Step Back, focus tree for Poland. And they now have fascist Poland. Okay. Alright, so let's do, in a focus tree, let's do industrial effort. And Poland is going to be a wild card here. They aren't going to be democratic or anything, and they're sandwiched between Germany and the Soviet Union, the German Reich and the Soviet Union. And let's see what can they do in that focus tree. Let me check. Barmontian King, the Cossack King. Restore the Barmontians. Demand Lithuania, demand Slovakia. Government of Livonia. They could fight the Germans, or they could be allies with the Germans. And we're going to try to ally with the Germans ourselves in a little bit, not right now. We're going to at least take over Saudi Arabia and Iraq and make them our puppet states, our subjects. And what is nationalist Spain up to? They had a leader, did they not? Or have they always had a junta? Okay, whatever. So the Germans are sending them volunteers. The games of the Exile Olympiad take place in Berlin. It's August 1936. Resistance somewhere. Resistance, it's just going on. And let's get more colonial divisions deployed, and we're going to have more infantry out there. Get a couple armored divisions, maybe? I don't know if it'd be a good idea to get so many of them. Let's get at least one, though. And our infantry are getting... Okay, let's get more infantry here. More infantry. More infantry. More infantry. Ultimately, I would like to make a 14-4 combat infantry division, which is 14 battalions of infantry and 14 battalions of... No, 14 battalions of infantry and 4 battalions of artillery. Let's set the Second Army to exercise. They're not doing much of anything anyway. They're just going to do that and gain some military EXP for us. Once we get closer to the start of the war with Saudi Arabia, we're going to stop it because we'll need the equipment to be focused down there. But we could prioritize that. Can we do that? I'm pretty sure we can. Can we not? Can you prioritize equipment per army? Whatever. I don't know if you can or not. I don't know where it is if you can. And the war is going on in Spain still. Well, that's expected. It's the Spanish Civil War. The Spanish Civil War in real life lasted until 1939. Although in Hearts of Iron 4, To be honest, it usually ends in like 1937 or 1938. Maybe it's because of all the factions that pop up in the war. And it's September. Alright, it's September. 23rd of September. Well, going well past that now. And these divisions are going to be ready. Actually, let's make a third army for our units in Africa, so we don't get any confusing front lines. And the colonial divisions are going to have their own army at this point. They're going to have Sebastiano Visconti Presca, and he's going to lead those troops in North Africa, in modern-day Libya. They're going to be Tripolitania and Cyrenaica and Cyrenaica and Derna and all those places, Tripoli. And we're almost ready to invade Saudi Arabia. Need a little bit more time, but we are going to get there. It's going to be... It is October now. Let's stop exercising these troops. We're going to probably gain military XP by invading Saudi Arabia and fighting the units there. We have divisions. Let's do first extra research slot. We're going to have 5 research slots after we do that in 1936. And let's get some division, well, get some military factories on planes. A little bit more, a couple more on planes, on fighters especially, because we need fighters to ensure we have the air supremacy we need to use our close air support, which is so critical. Speaking of close air support, we're going to use them especially in our upcoming war with Saudi Arabia. We should have plenty of fuel for this, I hope. We may have to get more fuel from somewhere. May have to trade for fuel, possibly, and build up a large reserve of it. We have limited conscription, political advisor. Who can we get? Let's get a political advisor. Let's get, who can we get? Captain of industry. We need to build civilian factories, so it might be a good idea to have him. And who is that anyway? That is Luigi Ainadi. And we're about ready to fight with Saudi Arabia one day. There we go. And let's declare war now. And when possible, we're going to justify on Iraq. And here comes all of our troops. Send in the naval invasion now. Activate the order. Oh, wait, we need naval supremacy. What am I doing? Send out the troops. Send out the boats. There we go, to the sea. They're going to go out and fight. Well, they're going to be controlling the sea. Let's split them in half, actually. Split these units. Split the selected task force. And this one is going to watch the... They're not going to patrol. They're just going to watch the port of Jeddah as our troops are going to march in there. We'll try to navally invade that area. And the order is underway. There goes to naval invasion now. Enemy troops are going to be waiting for us, but we hope to overwhelm them. We have a new division ready for the units in, well, watching the French border, the 2nd Army. And how's this 1st Army doing that's invading Saudi Arabia? They're doing pretty well. They're going to overwhelm the enemy, it seems, unless something changes. We have air support coming in. We have ships. This should be a certain victory for the Italians. There it is. And let's have an offensive line drawn. And we're going to make this aggressive as possible. Here comes all of our troops now. There goes our troops. And I think in the starting army of Saudi Arabia in 1936 is not too large. And we have those units there, and Italy that's being deployed, 1 division there. And we're going to have no equipment now to make for these divisions. We're out of oil also, so we probably should start trading someone for oil. Yeah, let's trade someone for oil. No, what am I doing? Diplomacy. No, trade. And let's trade someone for oil. We don't have any oil ourselves. Hopefully, yeah, we're going to take over Saudi Arabia and parts of the Middle East especially for oil. I was going to make them puppet states. Yeah, we're still going to do that, but we're going to take all their resources. We're going to use them as our oil providers for our conquest. And here comes our Italian troops. The Italian 1st Army is breaking out of Jeddah. And the Saudi Arabian units are not really present because, like I said before, they do not have a large army when Hoi Force starts in 1936. Our commander, it seems, in North Africa fell ill. He'll be recovering, though. And let's stop. Okay, how's the war in Spain going? Okay, nationalist Spain is holding out for now. And what is... Okay, the Soviets are handing out equipment. But no, they have volunteers sent to Spain. They have not done Lend-Lease, but we have sent equipment to Spain. So have the Germans, and the Germans also sent volunteers. So they're really investing in helping out the Spanish there. We have 1 more division now available for use in North Africa. We're pushing into the Saudi Arabian capital in Riyadh. We're going to take that. And let's stop patrolling with these ships. Not really worth it at this point. The naval invasion is won. I don't think there's much opposition. Okay, these guys are going to go and stop doing this, please. We need all the oil we can get. Stop. Just return and merge back together into a huge squad of death. We are having supply issues in Saudi Arabia. Doesn't matter, though. They're going to be our puppet state now. Puppet all of Saudi Arabia. We're doing this for oil. Italian Central Arabia. There we are. And we now have a fascist puppet state in the Middle East. We're going to expand more, though. We're going to march. Maybe we'll go into Iran. I don't know. We could go into Iran. Well, now that we have Saudi Arabia, we have a launching pad, really. Let's go into Iraq next, justify on them. The Italians are going to head into Iraq. And let's get this division here. We're still going to use only one division, one army for this war because supply issues are going to be a big deal. Let me look at the infrastructure map to prove what I mean. Where is it? Infrastructure map mode. It's not very, yeah, you can see the infrastructure out here is not very good, relatively speaking. Like, you see Europe, green, nearly everywhere. Look in the Middle East and in Africa, and especially the Amazon. Those are nightmares to fight in this game, just because of infrastructure problems. Your armies will get hit with attrition and all sorts of stuff like that. And now we're going to have our units get together once more, train more colonial divisions. Actually, cut down on divisions we're training here, so we can free up the amount of guns we'd have to make for each division. Make less guns, essentially. And can we get oil from Italian Central Africa? That's what we need. We need that. And let's trade with them. It's going to be an unfair trade, but we do need the oil. Stop trading with them. We trade with Saudi Arabia. Well, Italian Central Africa at this point. And can we unpause as well? We're going to do that. We need the trade. Trade, where are we at? Trade. Saudi Arabia, there we go. Take all their oil. Take all of it. There we are, now we have 4 oil. Before we had 0 oil. We're going to have full oil in a few years. A few years indeed. 2.4 years. That is a long time to wait for our oil reserves to be built back up for our fuel. And we have outdated equipment in production. The new planes are here. We can make those Fighter 1 now. We don't have pre-war fighters anymore. Well, interwar fighters. Let's get let's get armor upgrades, basic medium tank chassis. I don't really know a good tank template. I suppose I'll figure that out as I go. Get improved machine tools researched, and our troops are setting up to attack Iraq. It will take them some time to get supply, but they're going to be ready. Anti-Comintern Pact. We will join that. Germany proposes that we sign a pact to address the Comintern's goal of spreading communism worldwide through the use of subversion and violence. By signing this pact, we agree to share intelligence on the communist threat and act in close cooperation against this menace. We join the Comintern Pact. The Soviet Union will not like that, but it gets us better relations with the Germans. Now let's do Italian highways focused, get more, infrastructure in the Italian peninsula. Let's do concentrated industry. What else needs to be built? Let's get more guns. Just try to have 15 factories on guns. And let's check on the Spanish Civil War. Nationalist Spain is trying to hold out in the north, especially in the south. They seem to be losing ground. And Republican Spain is pushing, but we have units here that are going to have to get supply. Take them some time to get supply. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, they're getting together. Oh, we need the entire army here. What am I doing? We had those units still in that fallback line from earlier. I thought we need them, but we beat Saudi Arabia with 10 divisions, essentially. Those units are going to move into Saudi Arabia now, Italian Central Africa. We're still getting 1 oil from them. We need more oil. Yeah, a lot more oil. Let's get oil, fuel, gasoline, petrol, whatever, in a trade deal. We'll at least get more fuel from Iraq once they're defeated. And we're going to get fuel a little bit from the USA. Get 2 civilian factories on that. And look at that, our fuel is going to be ready in a few, about 100 plus days. It's going to gradually go down. And when will this war goal be ready? It will be ready in 1937. After this, we are going to attack Iran, then Afghanistan, and then go from there. Because, we'll just take over most of the Middle East, or whoever's independent anyway. We can attack Oman, attack Yemen, and the problem is that the Allies, by the time we get to Iran or Afghanistan, the Allies may guarantee them, which is something we have to keep in mind. And let's also move our Air Force into... We need to build an air base in Saudi Arabia, don't we? Yes, we do. Let's build an air base in Italian Central Africa now, in Nijd. There we are. Move it up, move it up, move it up. And that's going to be first in priority for the Italians, for us to build that for Italy. And we need a new military high command. We need... Oh, it's the Army Defense guy. No, we don't want him. Just get rid of that for now. I'm going to get the... Let's get Army Maneuver 4 divisions, speed and army gain experience daily. Once it's ready to do so, Latvia is having a civil war, and they're fighting the Latvian, what are they? The Latvian independent SSR, who is a puppet of the Soviet Union. Is the SSR going to be able to help? I don't think they are. Latvia has a chance to defeat the Latvian independent SSR, but we'll see what happens there, I reckon. And our units are going to send a new division to to North Africa. And we have free dockyards now. I guess they built something. Let's put this on the Conti di Cavour class ship. Research slot available. Oh yeah, that focus is done, isn't it? Well, no, we've had 5 research slots for a little bit now. And we're going to do construction 2. And that is done. And I'm going to end part 1 of my Italy playthrough in Hearts of Iron 4 here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe.